why am I drawing a blank on their defense right now? I can't think of any defensive players. Justin Smith, he's a D lineman, I believe. Yeah, Justin Smith, absolute beast. I mean, that guy, he's big, and he's a very big defensive lineman. I definitely wouldn't want to be on that offensive line to face him at all. No, thank you. I mean, that's just that's frightening. First down, wide open, Michael Crabtree. I mean, guy's got good speed. But Justin Smith, he's so fast off the line. I mean, I was watching some 49ers replays of last season and on NFL Network, and man, that guy just explodes off the line, and he's just a beast. He's a great defensive lineman. I don't think he's really talked about, and he should be talked about a lot more. I just don't think he's talked about a lot. I'm pretty sure people know who I am talking about when I bring him up, but other than that, I mean, that guy's a beast. He explodes off that line fast. But yeah, I mean, I'm just drawing a blank on their entire defense right now, and I was just talking about their defense a few days ago, all day, a couple of my friends. And, I'm just drawing a blank on them. I apologize. But anyways, I believe the 49ers have a great chance. I mean, a 70% chance of going back to the Super Bowl this year. The thing is, I don't think they're going to win their division. Probably just everyone's minds probably just exploded right now. Whoa, what are you talking about? I mean, they're great. Good quarterback. I just don't know if we've found out who Colin Kaepernick is and what he can do. I mean, is he overrated? Is he not? That's a first down, baby. Hell yeah. I don't think we've seen all of Colin Kaepernick. I don't know. We don't know if he's going to be what we saw those 9 games, the playoffs, and then a half-decent Super Bowl performance. He's got great speed. He's got a great arm. The thing is, he knows how to slide. And not many running quarterbacks will be able to survive. RG3, for example. But the thing is, examples for Colin Kaepernick and Russell Wilson, they know how to slide. They played baseball. They know how to slide. They were both pitchers, and that's why they have great arms. Personally, that's what I think. That's what I believe. I mean, if you're a pitcher for the MLB and you come to the NFL and you play quarterback, you're probably going to do fairly well if you're a running quarterback. You know how to slide. You can throw the ball. I mean, pitchers throw the ball 90 plus miles per hour, at least 87 pitches of the game out of 120, let's say. I mean, that's why I believe he can succeed in the NFL. Frank Gore, very underrated. He's got good speed. No one really talks about him too much. I believe he's a top 5 running back. I mean, the guy's huge. This guy's big. Just run over people. I mean, he's got pretty decent speed. He's not the fastest, but that's what LaMichael James is for the backup. If you guys remember during, I believe, the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, there's 1 or 2 plays where Colin Kaepernick would just give a screen to LaMichael James, and man, I'm just pummeling these guys. I'm on All-Pro too. Usually I'm just it's close. We'll see though. We'll see. But he threw a screen to LaMichael James, and LaMichael James, the guy has so much speed. And he's coming from Oregon, a Chip Kelly offense, who's now head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. And, I mean, that guy just is so fast. I mean, he's like a Darren Sproles. He looks a little bit smaller from what it looks like. I mean, the dude's a beast. That's what LaMichael James is for. He's for the speed. He's like a Ray Rice / Darren Sproles type of player, which is a great combination. And there's absolutely no denying that. I mean, if you don't think LaMichael James is that good, you gotta look up your research, look up a few videos, because that guy's a beast. But yeah, that's Frank Gore's for the goal line, the first 2 downs, bring in Michael James a 3rd down, run a screen, throw it in the flat, and he'll just take off. That's what I believe their offense is for. Their offense is based on a running offense. Your quarterback can run, Colin Kaepernick. You have a good top 5 running back, or maybe top 7 running back, and you have a really good backup running back, like Michael James. They have good receivers. They have Michael Crabtree, who's now, like I've said before, many of times in this video, or in this series already, I guess you could say. But, oh, shoot. I'm just gonna let him crash. Shoot. Michael Crabtree is now out, but they brought in Anquan Bolden, who I believe is going to be absolutely phenomenal in that 49ers offense. Who's their other receiver? I mean, I'm just really drawing a blank on their primary players, like their top players right now. But I believe their offense is very high powered. It's going to be tough to stop them this year. And like I said before, I'm going to get into it right now. The 49ers will go 13-3. Maybe, this was a while ago. I made this prediction a long time ago, like around beginning of April. The 49ers will go 13-3. But they will not win the division. You may be asking, who's going to win the division? The Cardinals can't win the division. There's no way the Cardinals stand a chance this year. You know, the Rams, you know, they're not too bad. I think they're going to do fairly well. Oh, I fumbled. See, that's why running quarterbacks won't survive in the NFL unless you slide. And I, unfortunately, do not remember the slide button right now. But, let's see. Rams, you know, they're up and coming. You know, they got a really solid defense, by the way. Sam Bradford, I think he's going to have a great season with the addition of Tavon Austin and Stedman Bailey at wide receiver on either end. And then there's the Seahawks, you know. Touchdown. Good play. Anyways, the Seattle Seahawks. You know, Russell Wilson, my personal favorite, my opinion of who should have been Rookie of the Year last year. I'll save that for another video, for another Madden video, or maybe I'll just talk about it, you know, show my face. Just if you guys want to see my face, which sounds like really weird. Anyways, Russell Wilson should have been Rookie of the Year. Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, Skittles, whatever you want to call him. You've got the addition of Percy Harvin, an absolutely outstanding slot receiver. If he stays healthy, Percy Harvin, their offense will be rock solid. Sidney Rice, you know, he's not too bad of a receiver. He's not too bad. And then you have Golden Tate, who I believe is their best receiver on the outside. And then Percy Harvin in the slot. Their defense, Richard Sherman, who I believe is the best corner in the NFL. I mean, there's no denying it. With Darrelle Revis, when healthy, maybe second. I just don't think anyone beats Richard Sherman. The guy talks a lot, but I mean, he makes up for it. I mean, that guy is good. He's very good. He's got really good closing speed. And then you have Earl Thomas, beast. And then, you know, there's a couple other players like Bruce Irvin, but he's suspended the first 4 games. And the first 4 games aren't really the most important part of the season because it doesn't really have the playoff picture in there. But the only thing, you know, that I'm worried about now is this whole Adderall thing with the Seahawks. I mean, they're suspending a couple players for the use of Adderall and against league rules. And that's the only thing I'm worried about now. Is it going to be a whole New Orleans Saints thing where, you know, they get busted for all that stuff and then they end up having a bad season? And once again, for another video, the Saints as to why they'll return to the playoffs this year. Man, that defense. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I mean, I think the Seahawks will go and win the division, the NFC West this year, at a record of 14-2. I'm probably thinking way over my head right now, and I mean, this was made a while back though. I'm only 4 for 5 with 55 yards with Kaepernick. Oh my goodness. I'm probably thinking way over my head right now. I mean, it's just, I think they can do it. I think the Seahawks will and can pull it off. They've got a great coach, Pete Carroll. Oh my goodness, 2 turnovers. Pete Carroll, a great coach. Personally, who should have been Rookie of the Year? Russell Wilson, but we'll see how the second year goes. Sophomore slump is overrated. And then you have a great running back, a top 3 running back. You have a top 5 slot receiver. You have in 2 fairly decent top 20 not top 20, maybe top 30 receivers, Sidney Rice and Golden Tate, and that a rock solid, amazing, outstanding defense. The only problem though, Gus Bradley went to go coach the Jacksonville Jaguars, who was the Seahawks D coordinator, but I don't think that's going to change anything. But yeah, I believe the Seahawks will win the division at 14-2, with the 49ers at 13-3, and then the Rams, and then the Cardinals, which I'll talk about later. Yeah, that's pretty much what the whole 49ers and the NFC West thing, and that's how it's going to go down. I should have really saved the whole Seahawks thing for later, but I just had to get it out of me. I know I could talk about football all day long, all day long. I mean, I don't even play football, but I love to watch football. I watch NFL Network every day. I mean, I love it. I love it. So yeah, the reigning Super Bowl champs, Baltimore Ravens. Oh, I should have intercepted that ball. Baltimore Ravens. One thing, I'd probably give them the benefit of the doubt because they're just coming off a Super Bowl victory, but they're not. I don't see them making the playoffs this year. I don't see them doing it. Joe Flacco is great. He's elite. He's elite. You don't see a lot of quarterbacks almost ever throw 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, grab a Super Bowl ring, and throw for over 1,100 yards in 4 games in the playoffs. You don't see that a lot. I mean, you barely see that in the regular season. Oh, it's a bad pass. I knew it. Bad game, but I'm still winning, which is great because it's Frank Gore. But they can't. I don't think they can. Give them the benefit of the doubt because they're just coming off a Super Bowl victory. But they spent so much money on Joe Flacco, their franchise quarterback, who's going to be the franchise quarterback. I mean, no one expected the Ravens to win the Super Bowl last year unless you're a Ravens fan, and maybe a person who sort of likes the Ravens. But I mean, they can't. I don't think they will. Joe Flacco's great. He's elite. They got a top 3 running back, Ray Rice. Torrey Smith, who's a top 10 receiver. But that's just their offense. I mean, but their defense. Offense wins games, but defense wins championships. It's a proven fact. That's why last year, I'm running this back. Come on. LaMichael James, baby. Go. 20, 10, touchdown. That's how you respond to a turnover and a touchdown the next play, baby. There we go. And that's great speed for you. LaMichael James, even though it's just a video game. Anyways,